Good. Oh, wait. I'm doing something.
I see you and hear you.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's right. I was just, yeah. I always have the tendency to say something, but I better, I raise my hand because otherwise I get too nervous and I let it go, let the time pass.
Welcome.
Thank you. I think it's very difficult to just be here and relax. It's like as if there's a lot of thoughts coming when I when we're together now, and there's a lot of tension, and I just want to be here, but I just as well want to get away. It's like as if the intensity is too much or so. I just want to say hello and goodbye and run off. And
And just to realize you're free, that you can do that. But for me, when we rest here like this, it's like something connects with itself in a very deep way. And whatever else is going on actually doesn't matter so much. In my view, anyway.
I think so too, yes.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, so there's that other stuff going on, but yeah, it's noticed, it's seen. And you don't move away, you're right here.
Yes. Somehow these words come to me, and there's something melting along the way.
Yeah, beauty.
In time. And also I'm reading back Outbreak of Peace, or Nothing Ever Happened, or something like it's all going by itself, the book, they are available, and these words come in like hammerstones. They knock me, and they have a deeper meaning now.
Oh, beautiful.
But and maybe sometimes in the middle of the night when it's very, very quiet, then I'm sort of still looking for this awareness or being or stillness or presence. And as you say,
there's a paradox too, because you're aware that there's a looking.
Yes.
So, it's like that looking is, in a way, you could say it's the deep interest, but it shows up in some effort or some looking, and it's a paradox, because that which is aware is not looking at all. It's just there. It's aware of this looking activity.
Yes. I'm sort of just juggling with it, like when you say awareness is here, and then I'm who's aware of this, who's aware of it, of feelings, thoughts, and then am I thought sometimes maybe there's a missing link, that I should be aware of awareness, and then like that. But it's
it's just like, in some ways, as it gets quieter, and as how it sounds to me when you speak is that, like, there's something that we call doubt. Is this really it? Can it be so simple? And so that doubt then shows up as some efforting or some seeking or some, is this, where's awareness, or something like that. So if you recognize this is doubt, it's trying to help, but it doesn't. It's just it just creates a wavering or a movement, you could say. Awareness is here. Always here.
and also awareness is here, and it's always here, and yeah, it might also easily become a sort of a belief or something, like I believe it is here, and like a statement or something, and that's not it. It's
and it's clear. it's clear that you can, that distinction is being made. And you see it.
Yeah, but
So it's, yeah.
maybe for a long time I have to admit that I've been just missing the point or something, like because of and that brings oftentimes brings tears when I'm sitting here, because something has been seen before and has been felt and been realized, but then it's the doubt is crept.
So yes, so let's just look together. So this thought something is missing or something is not quite right is based on a frequency or a vibration or a sensation, and I'm just naming that doubt. So that whole universe, you could say, or whole, you know, is like there's a sensation, and it's interpreted as doubt. Maybe I don't quite have it. So in other words, awareness then has been become recognizable by an experience when there's no uncomfortable sensation, which happens, of course, when we sit together. Everything just drops away, and there's just resting. There's just beauty, and then old sensations that have maybe been in the system for who knows how many generations show up, especially at night, and then it's like, uh-oh, I don't quite have it. But I'd say that's just this natural process. And it's beautiful to recognize, oh, that's doubt, or it's just a frequency or a vibration or a sensation that the system wants to get away from. It wants to solve, it wants to fix it or get rid of it. And then that's the looping that happens. So I'd say it's it's functioning perfectly well. And just to recognize what's going on, that's all. It plays the same in everybody up. I know it. Yeah.
But something has to be alert all the time, it seems. Like if you like the other day you mentioned the bucket with the water running, and then over the edge of the bucket there's this, and then you have to just sort of stay away from what's going,
What's leaving the bucket, yeah.
what's leaving the bucket.
So to me, let's make another distinction then. The difference between vigilance, which takes effort, and a natural alertness, which just keeps, how could you say it? Okay, it recognizes, okay, there's something playing, that's all. It might not be, it's just like, and then this question can come in, we can look together, and it's like I can see as I'm speaking, it's resonating with your own knowing.
Yeah.
All is well.
Yeah. I'm just sort of still looking for I'm in my mind, this thinking is still, it's not quite ready yet. It's not, I'm not worth it or whatever is.
Yeah. So, and if we go to the core of that, it's based on some sensation that doesn't feel at peace. And so who knows how long that's been playing in me. And it'll show up in different people in different ways. It'll show up in some people, it's like, oh, I'm not quite there yet. And someone else, it might show up as awareness is all very well, but I still don't have enough money. I don't have the relationship I need, or whatever. It'll show up in. But it's all based on the sensation that somewhere in the system is not hasn't yet learned that it can just be without getting involved, without, like interpreting it, without letting it drive that process to calling doubt in this moment. It's just, so what? It comes. It's like, man, how many generations have there been of ancestors that have been totally caught up in the movie? So let it unwind at its own time. It's okay. It's doing it.
Yes. Yes. It's unwinding of somewhere.
Yes.
In some places, it's there's something happening, and I can only say thank you for everything that you mean, that you bring, and that you so readily available in this way, and that I can tune in to this wisdom and this clarity and this peace.
And that gratefulness is also just, I would say, an expression of your love of that, because, like otherwise it would have no value. For someone that doesn't value this would be rubbish. But for someone who values it, it's like, wow, thank you. It's like that.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Yes. And I still think sometimes, but that's this thought, this thinking, sometimes, because I'm sitting here, you see, I still need a little push from you. I need a little, you pull me. I need
Yes, and
something.
so, okay, so it looks like that, and that's a thought again.
Yeah. Let it go. Yeah, it goes. Can be. It's all right. Yeah. I can see.
It's a love affair, and so we come together without an agenda, without anywhere to get to, just in love with something we can't describe, we can't say what it is even, other than it's home, it's love, it's peace, it's everything, so available, for that. Let it reveal. And may it be of benefit to all beings, just like that.
Yeah. Thank you for now.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
Anita.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, thank you for this, being with Gerrit. What came up in me, sometimes a pointer for me works, listen to the silence. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but at least the thoughts are not given so much attention at the moment.
Fantastic.
But and sometimes I just need something else. But when I'm with people, when I'm at work, when I want to focus on the silence between the words, I get distracted, and then it seems I'm not listening to the people. So it seems kind of difficult to do two things at the same time. And when I listen, there is presence, but it's not as strong as I would like to, because I can easily get carried away with thoughts and just get enthusiastic or whatever. And then it seems that the silence or the awareness is more on the background. So I am aware of this process. Yeah, but yeah, how to deepen it somehow, how to
Just that love of how to deepen it is how it deepens.
hmm,
It is. You know, it's like there is no how to. It's just that inquiry. Look, I recognize the beauty of not being caught up in thought, of just being here. And, you know, so then of course, naturally, how to deepen this. It's like, okay, that is the, and I don't think there's a special way, you know, it's like I think each expression of life will find its own
way.
let's say, and in some ways there isn't even a way. That's what's so weird. It's just like, yeah, but sure, focusing on the silence, we can call that a way. It's just that resonates, it invites bringing the attention back to rest, awareness, quiet, whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of a wild play. All those movements from deep rest to lots of words and noise and aliveness, but it's so wonderful when the aliveness really comes from awareness, and when it does not, it feels more brutal somehow. So
And it is.
mm,
Yeah.
mm. And when it happens to me a lot because I'm a very talkative person when I'm with people, but I get so ashamed after that I need days to recover. And so that's why I'm so eager to focus on the deepening,
Yes.
because I don't want to happen that again, but it does.
Yeah. So to me, it sounds like a very natural process because you're seeing the cost
Mm.
and something, you know, it's like, okay, and how do, you know, we can have the idea of how to speed that up, but it's like, how do you speed up a natural learning? You know, when you want to learn to ride a bike, you know, it's just like you sit on the bike until somewhere the body learns it and knows how to do it. Yeah. And then there's no end to how amazing we can get at riding a bike. I mean, it's, you know, it's just.
Yeah, you just need a little help from your parents to hold the bike at first instance.
Yeah.
I still have the feeling I'm learning to ride a bicycle.
Yeah,
If you
fine.
compare, so
That's where it starts, you know. Yeah.
Could we perhaps sit in silence for a few moments?
Pleasure.
I'm sorry that my screen isn't so clear. There's sunshine, and it doesn't help to close the blinds.
On my end, your picture is absolutely clear, and I hear you perfectly. So,
Okay, thank you.
yeah. And just be aware of like the flow of information that just happens naturally without doing anything when we sit together. And it happens without trying, without effort. But when there's a sense of safety, when there's a sense of that I don't want anything from you, I'm not trying to teach you or get you to be different in any way, then that flow can happen. something comes alive, something comes awake, you know, and the system responds.
There's just such a deep longing to always be present and never feel ashamed again about going astray. There's really some deep sadness underneath, I feel.
You know, our learning model, the conditioning at school was, you know, you have to do it right, you have to get it right, or something. But, and, you know, I love the Rumi poem. You know, it doesn't matter if you've broken your vow 10,000 times, come again, come again, come again. It's so much more gentle and so much more of an invitation of the heart, you know.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, I can easily get upset with myself. Oh, you did it
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
And this.
And you can see, if you look, you'll see you never did it. It's actually just an automatic unconscious movement.
Mm.
Yeah. You know, it comes fundamentally, it comes from this idea that there's somewhere to reach and someone to reach it. But ultimately, that's all true. No special way to be, nothing to reach. No, it's just this love affair.
Mm.
Let it have you, so to speak. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks.
I'm very grateful. Thank you. Mm.
Hi. Your explanations, I think, evoke joy and laughter and a sense of ease and beauty. Beauty.
You know, and so in my view, it's because it resonates with your own knowing. If it
Yeah.
didn't, it would jar, you know. So
Yeah.
it's just talking to your own knowing. That's all,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
Right to the point. Yeah. Right to the point. Yeah.
Mm.
And our conditioning is to run after experiences. It's so amazingly thick, or seems to be like this. I want,
You know, it's like to me it seems like, you know, this moment is a sensation because we perceive through our senses. So this moment is a sensation. To the extent that there's any discomfort or any dis-ease in the sensations of now, there's going to be a compensation, a solution that is posited, that is, and that's what the running is. And so to me, it's useful, so useful. Just, okay, there's a sensation just in this moment as we're resting. It's like there's space and there's or awareness, whatever we want to call that, and then there's sensations that we can say a combination of what we call the bodying activity and also habits of attention. And it shows up as either some subtle sense of not being totally at peace, or so, and then the joke starts. Yeah.
and it has no power, indeed, the whole cycle. It's nothing, it's a joke.
It's nothing. Yeah.
It's a mirage. Yeah. Amazing.
And I say, at first it might be that the automatic unconscious movement to get away from that sensation is so familiar and so usual, it's not even noticed. All we notice is that our thinking starts running and our system gets caught up in thought. Then it's okay, it's just a sensation or whatever, you know, I mean, it's just, and who knows where that sensation comes from? You know, it's like resting here now, there's sensations, and there's what we call the world, and we can look at the world and go, geez, there's wars going on everywhere, there's, you know, so much. And of course, we feel that somehow. And what does that mean about me? You know, it's just like it's raining outside. What does it sound? What does the rain mean? You know, it's like, so it's, to me, it's just in being consciously present to whatever sensations are here without taking a ride. You know, I say, if anything, just acknowledging them, welcoming them, not trying to solve them or get rid of them or fix them or change them, because then we're back in the story again. The whole.
Yeah.
So there are, you know, there's no sensations in deep sleep. That's about it. And maybe usually there's sensations just when there's consciousness here. It's like, because there's light, there's sound, there's
Thank you so much, Asa.
Thank you. Yes. Hi, Judith.
Hello. Yeah. I have also a question. You hear me?
Yes, I do.
And I'm a bit nervous, I feel now.
No worries. Take your time.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good to acknowledge and just see. Yeah. So there's something that's called nervousness. What's the actual sensation of nervousness?
Yeah, it's the heartbeat and it's like energy to the head.
And then there's an interpretation. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
This is what Shapir's like. These sensations came, you never asked for them.
No.
Somehow this, like. It's interesting just to look at the difference between I'm nervous and I notice that the system has these sensations going on that are getting interpreted as I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe this is an answer to my question already.
Sorry, I should have given you space to ask the question.
I will look now. Yeah, maybe I ask it anyway. Maybe it was answered already, but you know when to investigate about what is leaving the bucket, or the sensation or the interpretation, when to explore, or just when to just see it as a
For me,
sensation.
that's a great question. Anyone that answers it for you stops the inquiry. And in a certain way, how are you going to answer that when?
Yeah,
What's going to ever answer that question?
you, I hoped. Okay.
So that question, when, is it possible to answer that question? Let's just look.
No,
Actually, not to.
no.
So you can see, just then you can leave that question.
Okay. And just see what happens automatically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Because we can't answer that question.
No, and it's only bringing a lot of confusion and tension.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. And I didn't tell you that. You told me that. So.
Yeah. 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 Okay, so this was confusion already longer. Yeah. Yeah. And also how it works, and this confusion is like bringing problem.
Yeah, this is, so you see, the moment that the question when is entertained, then all of a sudden there's like doing it the right way,
Yeah.
according to whom, who do I trust, what Isaac said, what Muji said, what Gangaji said, what Dalai Lama said,
Yeah.
some authority, and then it's, oh man,
Yeah.
then you got the salad there.
Yeah, and then you're not here. Yeah.
Not here anymore, yeah. So you can see it's an innocent question. It wants to help, but it actually just, it only makes trouble. So,
Yeah. No, I'm glad that I asked it.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. So,
Yeah. Hi, Isaac. Hi, everyone.
so. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks, Ed.
Andrea.
Hi.
Hi, Andrea.
I feel a bit hesitant in regards to sharing about my son. Because some people of the Sangha commented in the past, and I really don't want that.
Mhm.
And
But
I'm
just feel in and see what's right for you in this moment. There's no obligation to share anything or anything. Just see what's comfortable for you, what feels safe for you. Just that's an exploration in itself. Yeah.
true. And in the end, it's about this one. I mean, it's about this.
So, one thing would be to talk about your son, another would be to talk about what's happening in you in relation. So, that's cleaner in a sense because has nothing to do with him, and you're only really talking about what's unconsciously playing in you. You're not even talking about yourself. So that might feel safer and easier to talk like that, but see what's right for you.
There's already a lot of release going on in the body.
Oh, good.
It's a question of how deep can I trust? How deep can I love? And whatever occurs.
Just to see that that's not up to you. The you that you think you are isn't capable. Your nature is love. So it's not something you have to do or accomplish or.
Yes. I love how this body reacts on this exploration at the moment. It feels like an unwinding where there's something to do.
Yeah.
And with any sense of there's something to do about it, the subtlest contractions start to happen. And I cannot meet freely.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
no
Yeah.
meeting possible.
Yeah. Beautifully seen. Again, our conditioning has been my and then son. So this, this just in that idea itself, there's a whole story, it's like, there's this expression of life.
Yes. And I noticed it already. I mean, there are a lot of tears in these days, and I noticed that in a certain sense, it has nothing to do with him. It's
Beautiful. Yeah, just revealing old conditioning, old thought patterns, old habits, filters of seeing the world.
yeah, it's good to I mean, it's good to meet in that with another nervous system. And it's a really, I can feel the love bubbling
Mm.
in every cell when I just allow that free space. Like,
Exactly. And it's not even an allowing, it's like something just gets quiet. And so then that starts to flow. And that's like,
I mean, what really is catching my attention is the fact just to witness how, I mean, I experience it in my own system, how it is really, I mean, with your words like ow or wow to being in this body.
mm.
I would love to sit for a little longer because there's
Pleasure.
some reverberations. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely welcome. I love, you know, I just, the sense of me starts to get soft, and the sense of all these constructs start to fall away, and it's just presence and love flowing. Sure. So out of the usual paradigm of I love you, just love. And I have no idea who I am or who you is, you know, it's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Not really more words needed. Mm. and I'll come again and again and again.
Oh, Maria. Maria.
Wait a sec. There's a big important thought inside. Nur dem Gespräch. What well, Andrea was bringing in the first time is for me, I was grateful that she broke it because for me it's also an issue if I bring something to people and I know it by my own. Also, when I bring a heavy term or heavy issue inside, then others know, and I know also for others, something. And it is so good when somebody only be quiet and listening. It brings a huge place inside for this what's happening, and brings back to the love or whatever it is.
Hans.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah, there is some availability going on. An availability for all the sensations. And I was sitting with my eyes closed and I heard your voice and the voice of other people. And normally my focus is then rooted in the story I hear. But now yeah, I was not so involved. There was an availability for what was going on. And my focus of attention is running like crazy or something to grip on anything. Strange because there is a kind of deep respect for all these movements instead of a kind of judgment I have normally. Strange because I do not feel involved. Normally I'm involved and I try to find a solution, of course, for what's going on. But
Just for fun, if you feel, because I know that your capacity to feel people is part of your work. When you feel me, or what you call me at the moment, just what's your sense? Just tuning into.
yeah, kind of ego. In Dutch they call it egaal, kind of transparent. Waterfall fluency. It's a kind of yeah, I can receive it. I can receive it without resistance, and it's the image of a waterfall is coming to me, but horizontal and not vertical. Yeah. And I like it. I feel I like it. Yeah. There is no resistance to it. It's yeah, I can open my arms for it, so to speak. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my only reaction is honoring. I don't know why, but that's what I feel.
Beauty. Yeah.
It's strange because it feels like changing without changing. So something is happening or so, but there is not a change happening. And in the same time, it is moving or changing or so. And I feel allowed that I can express myself as well, and that you receive that I can dive into this as well. Yeah. there was a lot of grieving last week about leaving. I always loved the field, of course, and of course, the people here, people here and you, but it changed to, yeah, what can I say? In the past, I was more interested in getting the right information, but it changed now in this interest in this love affair, and that's I feel different than in the field as well. I feel more autonomous or so. Yeah.
Mhm.
I thought I was leaving the field, but that was not true. It was more that I discovered a different aspect of, yeah. And my resistance is different as well. I can feel sometimes the information which is coming to me. And normally the resistance is there and the sense of I and everything. But now there was a kind of, yeah, it was received without, it was a little bit reaction inside, but not a resistance. Much easier to be with the world, actually. It's nice. I feel like I'm honoring you, but it's not personal.
I get it. Yeah.
That's good as well. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hi, Isaac.
Hey, Shiri.
Hello. I just wanted to say hello.
Hi.
And yes. Mm. During my days, I find it quite hard, I notice, to stay in the present. I constantly have like a lot of thoughts, songs, like so much stuff going on.
And now?
Yeah, now it's easy right now. It's yeah, I feel calm, very calm. But otherwise my mind's like, like a monkey, like it just keeps doing things.
Who does that mind belong to?
Me.
You know, there's a beautiful story about the sixth Zen patriarch. He was traveling with some, you could say, students, with people that had this interest, that were kind of spending time with him because they were getting benefit. And they had to take a ferry across the river, and on the ferry was this man who was from the untouchable caste in India. And just in the trip across the river, it dropped in for that, for that man. And he just totally saw, and so he went frustrated to the master and said, "Listen, I'm from the slowest caste. I have no skills. I would just like to come to your ashram, wherever that is, and clean the stables or do whatever, just so I can be there." And I said, "Come." So the master could feel the end of his time on this planet was coming. It was coming to an end, and he asked all the people that had spent time with him to write a sentence to describe their understanding. So everybody was very busy. There was one guy who was considered like the deepest, and he wrote, "Every day we clean the mirror of the mind with meditation so that no dust will alight." And, they were writing this to see who would get the robe and the bowl from this master. And everyone thought, "Wow, that's such a fantastic line. That's for sure he's going to get it." And this young man from the lowest caste was in the stables. He didn't even know that this was happening. And then he caught wind of it, and he went to the master's room late at night, and he said, "Listen, I can't read or write, but if you tell me what, the best sentence you've heard, then I can give my response." And the master said, "Okay, every day we clean the mirror of the mind with meditation so that no dust will alight." And this man said, "Oh, that's easy. No mind, no mirror, no dust." Such a pointing, so direct. So show me the mind.
Like, I'll try to open my brain.
Yeah.
I also wanted to tell you, like, since I started joining your sessions, like, there are times in the days where suddenly I feel like, I'm like present, like really present, and it goes away after a few seconds.
Hmm.
I think the
Okay,
internet,
it froze for a second there.
yeah.
But then, yeah. Yeah, so like it's revealing.
Mm.
How lucky, huh?
Yeah, but why doesn't it stay? Like, it's always coming and it goes away.
What's measuring?
The mind.
Okay. And you trust it?
No.
Okay. No mind, the mirror, the dust.
Mm. Thank you.
Ah, Inga.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Thanks, Inga. Ah, really? Hey, Rishi.
Hey, the story you told, Shivi, and all of us reminded me of an interview I saw from Papaji on YouTube. Someone came to him and asked, Papaji, if you could summarize your whole teaching in one sentence, what would you say? And then he said something like, no teaching, no teacher, and no student. And and then the interviewer was just like, okay, so what are we doing here today? And I think he answered something like to realize your own self. Well, And you asked me last time, like, what is it that registers the love language of the heart? And I don't know if I could really put it in terms of a what, but what I saw immediately with the question was that it is registered, and there's something that's aware of that.
Some story. There was one time in Lucknow when a few people were visiting Papaji's house, and he asked them to write down one line to show their understanding of what he was pointing at. And so people got busy, like love, awareness is, all these, and everything he just crumpled and threw away. Until one guy just drew a line on a piece of paper and handed it to Papaji. And Papaji said, very good, but why did you even draw a line?
I remember when we were there in Jonathan in the last retreat, we watched a video of a satsang from Papaji, and he had just received a letter that was fully blank. It was just like the piece of paper. And his reaction to it was so beautiful because he just saw the blank piece of paper. And it was a combination of, joy and fun. He was making jokes of it, and at the same time it seemed like he was very pleased and there's a lot of gratitude because something is being registered.
Yeah. Right, Tina?
There's just a little bit sorrow about apathy. I've been watching a lot on YouTube and feeling this connection. And I don't know, just not being able to meet you, just sorrow. But,
Tina, your sound is not 100% clear, so I'm hearing some of your
Okay.
words, but not all of them.
okay, it's just, I'm trying to speak. It's just sorrow not being able to continue puppetry in my life. Just watching these videos and I'm not seeing the compassion, this aliveness. It's, yeah, it's been this concept of him or yeah, just coming up. Yeah, yeah. When you tell the story, I mean, that brings up some sorrow. Yeah.
Speaking from the depth. Who are you?
There's no one there.
Yeah.
No. So it's just a thought.
You know, in essence, Papaji is only a finger pointing at that. That's all. That's all that I am. And there's a knowing and a recognition. And then as we rest and as that, everything else reveals itself without effort, without doing. It's just, and it's so rich to have this time together, just to let whatever wants to reveal itself, show itself. It's not about getting anywhere. It's about whatever gets seen actually benefits the entire field. It benefits all beings. So we're not here for ourselves. We're not here for getting anywhere. We're not here for, it's just a love affair. And I see you know it. And I see it resonates with your deepest knowing.
Yeah, it's just beautiful to hear everybody express whatever is coming up. It's just it's a blessing just to recognize, I don't know, all these stories and
Yeah.
helping us all.
So Anderson, that's a Scandinavian name.
Yeah.
Where are
Danish.
you?
Denmark.
Danish, okay. Denmark, okay. Thanks for saying hello. Somebody.
Hello, Isaac.
Hi, somebody. Mhm. As most of you know, there's a celebration coming up starting on Saturday. So Friday night, there will be a meeting, and then there won't be meetings for the next week. And if you want information about that, it's on my website, isaacshapiro.org. And I think also the following Sunday, I'm also going to take off after a week-long retreat. So the next open meeting after the celebration will be the Tuesday one. So the next meeting is this Friday, and then after that, open meetings will start on Tuesday. Love, peace. Thank you, Andrea, for hosting. Thank you, beloveds, for being here.